James Madison attracts students from all over the country and the world. Sometimes, however, you don't have to look very far to find your program's next superstar. Kirby Burkholder lived only 15 minutes away from JMU in Bridgewater and was a star player for Turner Ashby High School. During the college recruitment process, Burkholder was hesitant at first to become a Duke. But after seeing the local talent that Coach Kenny Brooks was assembling at the Convocation Center, she decided to stay close to home.
You know, she came from a small school, but she just competed against anyone and everyone. You know, I had a lot of naysayers say, well, I don't know if she could play at James Madison. I don't know if she could play at James Madison. She was a power forward, not big enough, not really quick enough. But what people could not measure was her heart.
There was one practice we were getting ready to leave for a road trip. The freshmen running like crazy. And it was one of those like, hey, if you make this time, you're done. And vividly remember Kirby dove from, I would say it was at least the free throw line, just dove to try to get past the baseline to make the time. And we're all like, did she like really just do that?
Burkholder's role in her freshman year was unique. She was considered too small to be a forward, but also too slow to be a guard. Trying to find her rhythm in a season that yielded minimum minutes led her to scoring only 31 points all season. Throughout that freshman season, Burkholder absorbed as much as she could from the upperclassmen, working to improve her defense and physical strength, and would earn the team's Most Improved Player award.
Kirby and Debbie Smith would play one-on-one a lot to try to figure out who was going to be the eighth man. Debbie was a better one-on-one player than Kirby. So Debbie always would win one-on-one, and we would give Debbie the minutes. And towards the end of the year, we really understood what Kirby did more, which is not play one-on-one.
She would be in the gym constantly. She'd be asking for extra workouts because, again, she knew the type of player that she wanted to be.
I would watch her while everyone was just kind of messing around before practice or after practice. And she was doing things that I didn't know she was capable of doing. You know, I watched her shoot three-pointers, and I remember one day I stopped everything and I said, Kirby, shoot a three, and she made it. I said, shoot another one, and she made it. I said, shoot one more, and she made it. I decided that we were going to work on her guard skills. She was going to be a guard.
Having the green light to shoot from deep gave Burkholder the keys to take her game to the next level. She took only 4 three-pointers her entire freshman year, but she went on to take 281 shots from deep her sophomore year, making 89. Kirby helped lead the Dukes to the WNIT championship game in 2012, finishing runner-up to Oklahoma State. Burkholder's first year as a guard was a successful one, and her junior season was a continuation of that success. She helped lead the Dukes to a 25-11 record and scored 539 points along the way.
So we were in practice one day, and she had an opportunity to shoot it, and she turned it down. And I said, Kirby, you're messing up my offense. You have to shoot that. So when they kicked it to her the third time, and she didn't shoot it, you know, I blew the whistle, and I just blew the whistle emphatically. Blew it, blew it, blew it. I said, Kirby, you need to shoot it. And as I turned around, I came back, I said, you know what, as a matter of fact, don't shoot the ball. I said, don't shoot the ball the rest of the day. If they kick it to you, you better not shoot it. And if you shoot it, the whole team is on the line. Don't shoot the ball.
Nikki came up to her and tapped her on the side and said, shoot it, I'll run for you. And the very next play, we threw it to Nikki in the high post. Nikki kicked it out to Kirby. Kirby shot. I was standing right behind her, and she splashed it. And of course, he blew the whistle, put everybody on the line. You know, he's asking Tariq, are you mad? Yeah, I'm mad. Why? Because Kirby shot the ball. Okay, Jazz, are you mad? Yeah, I'm mad. Why? Because Kirby shot the ball.
And I got to Nikki, and I said, are you mad that she shot that ball? And she says, no. And I kind of went back, and I'm like, why? And she says, because we need Kirby to shoot the ball. We want her to be confident, so I'm glad she shot the ball. But I do think that was one of the days that Kirby understood her importance to our team.
In Burkholder's senior season, the Dukes finished the year 29-6, beating teams like Virginia, UCLA, Pittsburgh, and St. John's. Burkholder's ability to score points was an easy thing to take notice of, but her ability to secure rebounds as a guard made her a valuable player on both ends of the court.
She just had instincts, and if you watch even the end of the Gonzaga game in the NCAA tournament, we're playing a 2-3 zone, and she is completely out of position, like completely, but she ends up making like 3 or 4 things happen because of her instincts. But she's reading eyes. That's why her and Nikki were so good together, because they could read eyes, they could read ball fakes and stuff like that.
And rebounding with the way that she does, with her mentality of a power forward, of just going after the basketball, it made us a really good basketball team that could compete with anybody.
It's not one of those like, oh, she just got like another one. It was almost, she just got another one. That's Kirby. She's going to do a lot of those intangibles a lot of times. And I think, again, it goes back to the willingness to want to win.
On March 15th, 2014, in the conference semifinals against Drexel, she set a conference tournament record by grabbing 22 total rebounds. The Dukes went on to secure the conference championship by defeating Delaware 70-45, earning a spot in the March Madness bracket and a date with the Gonzaga Bulldogs. These high-pressure games weren't anything new for the Dukes, but the lead-up to the game was anything but normal for Burkholder. A stomach bug caused her to miss out on the team breakfast as well as the team shoot-around later that day. But when the tip went up, she was in the starting lineup ready to play. It was a slow start for Burkholder, having just dealt with illness. But she found a way to provide a spark for the team and finished with 28 points, going 17 for 18 from the free throw line.
The best part of it is, like, she didn't just play, man. She had 28 and 18, and I still talk about it with recruits.
Kirby displayed, even through sickness, that she was the best player on the floor, and that's just something that you always get from her.
JMU defeated Gonzaga, giving the women's basketball program its first NCAA tournament win since 1991. Burkholder finished her JMU career with 1,647 points, ranking 8th all-time in program history. She also finished with 929 total rebounds, reaching 4th all-time in program history, and finished with a career free throw percentage of 87%, ranking her 1st in JMU program history. She would finish with 216 assists, 190 steals, and 46 blocks.
She just has this grittiness about her. Never shied down from anyone, didn't matter who we're playing, because we all just had that confidence that we're just as good as anybody we step out on the floor with. And that's a mindset that Kirb had too, and it kind of trickled down to everyone on the team.
She was a 3-time All-Conference selection and was named Conference Player of the Year, Virginia SID State Player of the Year, and Richmond Times-Dispatch State Player of the Year during her senior year.
Congratulations, Curbs. You never thought you'd be here, but you got here. Congrats.
Kirby, congratulations. No one more deserving. You were the player that challenged me the most, and it made me a better coach because you always kept me on my toes. I'm so happy for you. Well deserved. Congratulations.
Curbs, I am beyond proud of you for this accomplishment. It is an ode to all the hard work that you put in during your time here at JMU. Couldn't be happier for you. Incredibly deserving, and I love you lots.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James Madison University Athletics' newest Hall of Fame member, Kirby Burkholder.